Prince William and Kate Middleton are reportedly heartbroken, as their son, Prince Louis, has undergone an unexpected change. The details remain unclear, but this transformation has deeply affected the royal family. Let's take a closer look at what's happening with Prince Louis and how it's impacting those around him. Prince Louis was always the energetic one, full of mischief, laughter, and endless energy. While his older siblings followed royal traditions with grace, Louis had a carefree spirit that set him apart. From the moment he was born on April 23, 2018, at St. Mary's Hospital in London, the world embraced him with joy. His parents proudly introduced him to the public, expecting him to blend into royal life like his brother and sister. But, from an early age, Louis showed he had a personality all his own. Unlike George and Charlotte, who followed rules with ease, Louis added a spark of excitement to every royal gathering. Photographers often struggled to capture the perfect family shot because Louis was always on the move. While his siblings stood still and smiled, he turned formal events into his personal playground. His playful antics, especially during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, won over the public and the internet alike. Though his parents cherished his lively nature, they also worried about how he would handle the expectations of royal life. But recently, something has changed. A shift in Louis's behavior has left his parents emotional, marking the start of an unexpected transformation. Over time, Louis began showing more patience during public appearances, posing calmly for photos and displaying fewer outbursts. The once restless child who couldn't sit still now carried himself with a newfound composure. Prince William and Kate were taken aback by this change, realizing that their unpredictable little boy was now embracing proper royal behavior. But the transformation wasn't just visible in public. It extended to life at home as well. While Louis still had his playful and curious nature, his energy had noticeably settled. The lively presence that once filled their home had softened. Kate often found herself reminiscing about the days when Louis would race through the gardens, realizing she had taken those moments for granted. William reassured her that this was simply part of growing up, but he too felt the shift. The days of chasing their youngest through the palace halls, filled with giggles and excitement, seemed to be slipping away. Before this transformation, Louis's public actions offered a unique glimpse into the royal family. His playful nature showcased them as a warm, close-knit unit, one that shared joy, humor, and the ups and downs of parenting. His memorable microphone incident and lively presence at royal events reminded everyone of his free-spirited nature. One of his most famous moments came during the Platinum Jubilee, when his animated reactions on the balcony captivated audiences. As roaring jets flew overhead, Louis covered his ears, sought comfort in his grandfather's lap, and displayed a range of emotions from awe to irritation. His behavior didn't distract from the event, but instead added a sense of lightheartedness to the otherwise formal occasion. These moments not only delighted the public, but also offered insight into how the royal family navigates life in the spotlight. Prince William and Princess Kate have mastered the art of balancing royal traditions with allowing their children to express their individuality. Their gentle approach to guiding Louis during public events, without stifling his enthusiasm, reflects a parenting style that values both personal expression and royal duty. This balance helps the family maintain their dignity while presenting a relatable and modern image to the public. Queen Camilla's reaction to Louis's spontaneous moments highlights the monarchy's ability to evolve. With a mix of humor, patience, and grace, she embraced his lively behavior rather than suppressing it. By doing so, she eased any potential tension and reinforced the royal family's growing reputation for being adaptable. Camilla's ability to blend tradition with a modern touch has become a defining aspect of her role as queen consort. These light-hearted moments go beyond simple entertainment. They remind the public that behind the formalities, the royal family consists of real people, not just figures bound by tradition. When Louis showcases his playful side, people don't just see a royal child. They see the universal joy, curiosity, and innocence of childhood, something everyone can relate to, regardless of status. This connection with the public plays a crucial role in keeping the monarchy relevant and beloved, especially in an era of rapid change. At the same time, these moments of joy help balance the weight of royal responsibilities. They prove that, while tradition is important, there is always room for laughter and genuine emotions. Louis's cheerful nature never took away from the significance of royal events centered on unity and goodwill. Instead, his playful spirit added to the celebration, reminding everyone of the small, simple joys that bring people together. As the royal family embraces the 21st century, these moments are shaping public perception, offering a modern take on tradition. Prince Louis, known for his lively personality, has become a symbol of this shift, proving that even established institutions can celebrate joy and authenticity. With his charming smile, humble nature, and connection with supporters, Louis is gaining prominence within the royal family. As the fourth in line to the throne, he is gradually understanding his role. During the Trooping the Color event, he impressed with his maturity, dressed smartly like the senior royals. His standout moment, however, was at King Charles III's coronation, where he displayed remarkable poise, sparking speculation that he may take on greater responsibilities, following in Prince George's footsteps. Despite his royal status, Louis XVI is still a young child, and his playful side often shines through at formal events. His animated expressions and light-hearted greetings endear him to the public, though long ceremonies can be a challenge. Even King Charles, as a child, showed similar restlessness, as seen in archival footage of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, where he and Princess Anne shared moments of boredom. These glimpses of humanity remind the world that the royals, despite their status, experience the same emotions as everyone else. Many have noticed striking similarities between young Prince Louis and King Charles III, not just in appearance, but in their close bond as well. Sharing the names Louis, Arthur, and Charles, the two have a special connection, often seen chatting or sharing affectionate moments. During Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, Louis turned to his grandfather for comfort when he felt overwhelmed, and the two later enjoyed the concert together. However, that wasn't the only memorable moment. Louis's playful antics stole the show, sparking discussions about whether his energetic behavior was appropriate, especially under the watchful eye of his mother, Princess Catherine. Known for her composed and authoritative presence, Catherine handled the situation with patience and understanding. She ensured Louis was comfortable, offering extra pillows and even reading to him when the concert failed to hold his attention. Louis also shares a strong bond with his older siblings, who often support and guide him. But what makes him such a cheerful and carefree child? A big part of that comes from his relationship with extended family. He enjoys visiting his maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, where he gets a break from royal life. Chatham, their Berkshire home, he experiences a relaxed environment, filled with simple childhood joys. Carol keeps him engaged with baking and arts and crafts, nurturing his creativity, while Michael's calm presence provides a sense of security, whether through peaceful walks or quiet moments together. King Charles III also plays an important role in Louis's upbringing. Despite his royal duties, he makes time for his grandchildren, especially his lively and enthusiastic grandson. His deep love for nature and dedication to environmental conservation are recurring themes in their time together, helping Louis develop an appreciation for the world around him while balancing his youthful spirit with the responsibilities of royal life. During their time together, King Charles III and Prince Louis bond over their shared love for nature. They plant trees, exchange gardening stories, and discuss the importance of protecting the environment. These experiences, filled with both fun and valuable lessons, help strengthen their relationship while instilling a deep appreciation for the world around them in young Louis. Within the Wales family, Princess Charlotte has naturally taken on the role of guiding her younger brother. At just 8 years old, she balances her youthful innocence with the responsibility of being a caring older sister. Her composed and nurturing nature is evident during public appearances, where she gracefully helps Louis channel his high-spirited energy. A heartwarming moment at Kate Middleton's Christmas carol service highlighted this bond. When Louis playfully tried to blow out her candle, Charlotte responded with patience and a clever reaction, showcasing her maturity and affection. Their strong sibling bond dates back to Louis's infancy. On Charlotte's 3rd birthday, a touching photo captured her gently holding her baby brother, symbolizing the love and care she has shown him from the very beginning. Over the years, their relationship has blossomed into a joyful friendship, filled with laughter, shared experiences, and unwavering support. Charlotte's natural leadership is complemented by Louis's enthusiasm, creating a dynamic that continues to grow stronger. Meanwhile, Prince George shares a more relaxed and playful connection with Louis. At 10 years old, George embraces his role as the eldest sibling with a mix of affection and light-hearted teasing. What once may have been an occasionally irritating sibling dynamic has evolved into a fun-filled friendship, complete with late-night snacks, harmless pranks, and shared adventures. Their bond was evident during Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, where Louis's energetic antics charmed the crowd. As Louis entertained, George kept a watchful eye, ensuring things didn't get too out of hand. Together, they bring out the best in each other, creating treasured memories that will shape their lifelong friendship. Prince George's growing responsibilities are balanced by the joy he finds in his younger brother's boundless energy. Louis's enthusiasm extends beyond family gatherings, especially with his newfound love for playing the drums. The lively beats from his drum kit fill the home with excitement, much to Prince William's amusement. It's easy to imagine Louis, happily drumming away, Charlotte watching with a mix of admiration and mild frustration, while George maintains a composed front, though secretly tempted to join in. Together, the 3 siblings form a tight-knit trio, always supporting and challenging one another. But what changed in Prince Louis? His transformation, which was expected to bring a sense of relief as a sign of maturity, instead felt like a loss. His parents had prepared him for future responsibilities, yet the shift seemed to happen much sooner than they had anticipated. What triggered this change? Had he naturally matured, leaving behind his carefree ways, or had the weight of royal expectations begun to settle on his young shoulders? Had he become more aware of how he was perceived and consciously adjusted his behavior, or was it simply a natural phase of growing up? The public also began noticing the difference. The once spirited and playful Louis now appeared more reserved. Was this just a passing phase, or did it signal something deeper? Speculation arose. Had he been told to change his behavior, warned that his carefree antics were no longer acceptable? Was this the unavoidable reality of royal life, where individuality is gradually sacrificed for duty? Kate, known for her hands-on approach to parenting, struggled with the shift. She had always championed a childhood filled with joy and freedom, ensuring her children balanced royal responsibilities with the simple pleasures of youth. Now, she watched as one of them seemed to conform to the very mold she had hoped to avoid. Prince William also felt torn. He knew the importance of teaching Louis discipline, but at what cost? Was his son truly maturing, or was he losing the vibrant personality that made him so special? Every child grows and changes, but for a royal child, this transformation carries extra weight. Louis was always destined for a unique journey, yet the sudden nature of this shift caught everyone by surprise. For years, William and Kate had carefully balanced tradition with modern parenting, but now they faced one of their biggest challenges, ensuring their son remained true to himself while also meeting the expectations placed upon him. The lively boy who once brought joy and spontaneity to royal gatherings was stepping into a new phase, one that seemed noticeably quieter. The year that changed everything. Life within the royal family may seem picture-perfect, but behind the grandeur of palaces and formal events, they experienced the same struggles as any other family. Take the Cambridge household in 2020, when the world suddenly came to a standstill. Isolated at Anmer Hall, Prince William, Kate, and their children found themselves adjusting to an unexpected reality. Royal engagements were put on hold, public appearances cancelled, and the family had to navigate life away from their usual routines. Amidst the global uncertainty, a bright spark of joy emerged. Louis, their youngest child, filled their days with energy and laughter, turning their home into a lively playground. While his older siblings adapted with quiet resilience, Louis embraced the sudden change with his usual enthusiasm. Video calls became arenas of giggles and distractions, schedules were replaced by outdoor adventures, and formalities gave way to sticky hands and scattered toys. Even in the face of uncertainty, Louis approached each day as an exciting new adventure, unaware of the seriousness of the situation. His boundless spirit became a reminder to his family that joy could be found even in the most challenging times. During the Clap for Carers campaign, the royal family came together to show their gratitude for healthcare workers, but it was young Louis who stole the show. With his boundless energy and genuine enthusiasm, he brought an extra spark to the heartfelt moment. Life at Anmer Hall during lockdown was anything but dull, thanks to their youngest explorer. While George took on the role of a responsible older brother and Charlotte eagerly joined in the adventures, Louis was the fearless leader of their outdoor escapades, chasing bugs, collecting leaves, and embracing childhood in its purest form. When Louis turned 2 during the pandemic, the family celebrated with a simple but meaningful gathering. Kate, known for capturing candid moments, took heartwarming photos of her son covered in paint, a scene that resonated deeply with the public. His laughter and playful chaos were a constant reminder of how precious childhood is, fleeting and full of wonder. Despite fewer public appearances, Louis's magnetic personality and ability to capture attention were undeniable. Some royal watchers even compared his free-spirited nature to that of his late grandmother, Princess Diana, who had also been known for her playful and independent streak as a child. As 2020 came to an end, the world slowly adjusted to a new normal, and so did the Cambridge family. The return to royal duties was inevitable, but for William and Kate, the unexpected period of uninterrupted time with their children had been a cherished gift, a rare chance to simply be a family, away from public scrutiny and expectations. By the summer of 2022, anticipation was building for a historic event, Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. Marking an incredible 70 years on the throne, the celebration promised to be grand. As expected, the royal family took center stage, standing on the iconic Buckingham Palace balcony and waving to the adoring crowds. George and Charlotte, with their polished manners and composed presence, embodied the grace and poise of young royals. Still, it was Louis who once again stole the spotlight. While the rest of the royal family maintained their composed and graceful waves, the youngest Cambridge prince delivered an unexpected performance that left everyone talking. His animated reactions to the Royal Air Force flyover, lively facial expressions, and sheer excitement turned the grand occasion into an internet sensation. Despite the strict traditions of royal life, Louis proved that some things, like the boundless energy of a child, simply can't be contained. Standing between his parents, Louis watched in awe as the jets roared across the sky. Overwhelmed by the deafening sound, he instinctively covered his ears, his tiny face displaying a mix of shock and discomfort. It was a raw and unscripted moment, one that stood out amidst the otherwise polished and carefully managed royal appearances. Kate and William shared knowing smiles as the crowd below quickly became captivated by their youngest son. In a matter of seconds, a simple, genuine reaction became the most memorable moment of the entire Jubilee celebration. But let's be honest, this wasn't just about an adorable child making funny faces. The event had been carefully planned down to the smallest detail, yet no amount of preparation could predict the unpredictable nature of a 4-year-old with a mind of his own. His impatience, exaggerated expressions, and complete disinterest in long speeches brought a refreshing sense of authenticity to the formal gathering. While royal protocols dictated elegance and restraint, Louis brought something different. Pure, unfiltered childhood joy. The online community embraced every second of his antics. At one point, he even cheekily stuck out his tongue, drawing amused glances from his older siblings, who knew they wouldn't have gotten away with such behavior. Then, as if deciding that royal rules didn't apply to him, he struck up a playful conversation with his great-grandmother, the Queen. Every candid moment was captured on camera, shifting the focus from a grand royal occasion to a simple, universal truth. At the heart of the monarchy, behind the titles and traditions, is a family just like any other. At the heart of it all, these royals are still children. The image of a young prince defying convention in small yet significant ways propelled him to unexpected stardom during the event. While the public delighted in his playful antics, behind the scenes, his parents were managing the complex balance of parenthood and royal duty. For Kate, it was a delicate dance, guiding her children to embrace their roles while ensuring they remained true to themselves. She had spent hours preparing them for the Jubilee, explaining the historical significance of their great-grandmother's long reign. But with children, there's only so much information they can absorb before their attention wanders. Louis, in particular, had no interest in sitting still for long periods, and no amount of rehearsed discussions could change that. The carefree fun Louis once enjoyed was slowly transforming into something more significant. As he grew, he became more aware of the attention surrounding him. With his rising public presence, William and Kate admitted that handling their young children during major royal events was no small feat. Preparing them for their future roles was one thing, but keeping a lively 4-year-old engaged at a formal occasion was a challenge of its own. They often wondered how much of this world Louis truly understood. Watching him gradually step into his role was a bittersweet experience. They knew his childhood freedom would never be the same. The Jubilee weekend passed in a flurry of royal appearances, admiration from the crowds, and endless discussions online. Social media buzzed with posts about Louis's spirited behavior. Some praised him as a refreshing presence in the monarchy, while others playfully labeled him a royal rebel. Memes flooded the internet, portraying him as an emblem of childhood mischief. In a surprising twist, a royal family, often seen as distant and formal, suddenly felt more relatable than ever. Rather than discussing polished speeches or elegant attire, the public's attention was captivated by a young boy who simply wanted to enjoy himself. Kate and William took note of the overwhelming warmth and genuine reactions from people. It was clear that these unscripted moments resonated far more than any carefully planned royal engagement. Their children were not just symbols of the monarchy. They were real kids growing up under the public eye. The Jubilee had been the youngest child's first true introduction to the role he would one day inherit, whether he embraced it or not. As summer came to an end and life returned to normal for the Cambridge family, a shift had taken place. No longer seen as just the baby of the family, Louis had unexpectedly stepped into the spotlight. It became clear that his vibrant personality could not be ignored. He was eager to make his presence known. Subsequent events, such as the family's Christmas walk, only reinforced this transformation. Instead of simply following his parents and siblings, he confidently interacted with the crowd, showing a newfound awareness of his public image. This was not the same restless child from the Jubilee. Louis was beginning to understand his role in the royal family. Watching this evolution, Kate felt a mix of pride and nostalgia. Both George and Charlotte had undergone their own transitions from innocence to awareness, but with Louis, it felt different. Perhaps it was because he was her last baby. Or maybe his free-spirited nature made the change feel more pronounced against the rigid expectations of royal life. Regardless of whether she was ready, he was proving to be adaptable. At home, the changes in Louis were just as noticeable. His boundless curiosity and energy remained, but he had discovered new ways to channel them. He spent hours outdoors, eagerly exploring nature near their home. He found joy in simple pleasures, climbing trees, collecting leaves, and observing wildlife. Unlike his more measured siblings, his fearless curiosity kept his parents both entertained and exhausted. On a rainy afternoon, Kate discovered Louis transforming their dining table into an impromptu art station. His tiny hands were covered in paint, leaving colorful streaks across the surface, while a gleeful smile lit up his face. When she asked about his masterpiece, he proudly declared it to be the best painting in the world. In that moment, Kate realized that no matter his royal destiny, Louis would always carry a spark of unfiltered joy that set him apart. His evolution was not about fitting into a mold, but about carving his own place in a world that often demanded perfection. His natural, uninhibited self-expression endeared him to many. The future remains uncertain, and his royal standing will present unique challenges. However, one thing is clear. Despite any attempts to shape him according to royal protocol, Louis will always remain true to himself. Born into one of the most scrutinized families in the world, he refuses to conform to expectations at the expense of his authenticity. His genuine nature shone through once again during a memorable moment at the annual Christmas carol service. On a cold December evening, Westminster Abbey was transformed into a winter wonderland, glowing with twinkling lights and festive decorations. Amidst the grandeur, an unexpected moment unfolded, one that caught the royal family and their guests by surprise. Prince Louis, known for his boundless energy and joyful spirit, stood confidently next to a beautifully adorned Christmas tree, which symbolized goodwill and gratitude. In his hands, he proudly displayed a handmade card, a simple yet touching gesture. Kate had organized the event to highlight the importance of kindness, with a kindness tree decorated with heartfelt messages of appreciation. Louis, in his own heartfelt way, had written a note thanking his grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, for their warmth and playfulness. His message, filled with genuine affection, highlighted the cherished moments spent playing games with them. His words reflected not just gratitude, but a deep sense of love, reminding everyone that beyond the grandeur of royalty, family bonds remain the most precious of all. At the carol service, Louis presented his heartfelt message in a warm and inviting setting, his note expressing gratitude to his grandparents in Berkshire. However, the mood unexpectedly shifted when a guest inquired why Queen Camilla had not been mentioned in his card. Without hesitation, Louis responded with the blunt honesty typical of children, stating that she had not been truthful. He went on to recall moments where Camilla had allegedly dismissed him, calling him irritating and asking him to go away. His words, innocent yet revealing, momentarily disrupted the cheerful atmosphere. Observers noted Kate's subtle shift in expression as she quickly made her way to her son, gently whispering to him. Prince William, standing nearby, appeared momentarily startled, his gaze meeting Camilla's as he processed the situation. Camilla, known for her composure, maintained a calm exterior, though some detected a brief flicker of unease. The moment highlighted the complex dynamics within the royal family, particularly between different generations. King Charles is often seen enjoying time with his grandchildren, engaging in playful activities at Highgrove House and sharing stories with them. In contrast, Camilla has remained more reserved in her interactions with the Wales children, maintaining a degree of distance. Louis's candid remarks brought to light the challenges of blending families, even within the monarchy. George, Charlotte, and Louis have always felt at ease with the Middletons, frequently enjoying casual family gatherings filled with games and outdoor adventures. The contrast between these relaxed moments and the structured formality of royal engagements is stark. The carol service, which was meant to be a serene and joyous occasion, instead became a reminder that even within the most disciplined of settings, unfiltered emotions and raw truths can surface. While whispers spread among palace staff, most guests carried on, discreetly brushing aside the unexpected turn of events. The royal family, trained to handle unforeseen disruptions with grace, maintained their composure. However, in the aftermath, rumors swirled about private family discussions aimed at addressing the situation. The palace remained focused on promoting unity, emphasizing the importance of harmony within the family. Louis's remarks underscored the challenge the royal family faces in maintaining a delicate balance between their public duties and personal lives. They must navigate the fine line between upholding traditional royal norms and adapting to the complexities of modern family dynamics. The carol service not only showcased the candid nature of the children, but also provided a rare glimpse into the personal relationships within the royal household. While Louis's honest comments may have caused some discomfort among the adults, they served as a reminder that even in the most prestigious families, relationships can be layered and complex. His unfiltered expression of truth reflected the innocence of childhood, where honesty comes naturally, free from the constraints of royal protocol. Ultimately, the moment reinforced that, despite their titles and responsibilities, the royal family is, at its core, just that. A family, navigating love, challenges, and togetherness like any other.